The African Energy Leadership Center at Wits Business School, in collaboration with IGUA South Africa, and is convening a symposium to assess the current state of play and also to explore possible solutions for long-term security of natural gas supply in South Africa. And this as pressure mounts for South Africa to avoid running out of natural gas by June 2026. The region's richest source of natural gas, the Pande-Temane gas fields in Mozambique, is nearing the end of its lifespan, and this could push South Africa nearer to the so-called gas cliff. Now, the halt of gas supplies to South Africa will have dire consequences for local manufacturers. We cross now to SABC News economics editor Tsepo Mungwai for more on this. Tsepo, good morning. So June 2026 is where we start worrying about that gas cliff, but we have a year to find solutions. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Sakina. Of course, there are concerns, particularly from industrial users of natural gas. They've raised concerns that the decision by petrochemical giant, who have put in massive investment in Mozambique to ensure that they mine this natural gas, have already indicated that come 2026, they will actually no longer be able to supply all those industrial users. And of course, we've got the gas master plan that government came up with to map the way forward in order to ensure that we tap into new sources of natural gas. But of course, the discussions are still ongoing because some of these measures need to be taken now so that we don't have the so-called gas cliff. But for more on this, I'm joined by the head and director of Wits Business School, Maurice Radebe. Thank you very much for your time. You have convened this symposium. What is the objective? Obviously, I mean, as South Africa, we've got a lot of concerns and issues. This one has been right at the bottom for quite a few months, but now you are putting it up on the agenda.
Thank you very much, Tsepo, for the opportunity to be on your platform and share our thoughts around this major challenge that we're facing. We're really facing a serious challenge in South Africa. Gas cliff simply means there'll be a shortage of gas. You've seen what load shedding did. We don't want that in the gas sector because there'll be a lot of jobs that will be lost. Companies will shut down, and we don't want that. And that is why we as WBS felt we cannot just wait and keep on talking about this problem. We need to gather all stakeholders, all key stakeholders. There's no more time for blame shifting. It's a time to find solutions quick, fast, and very efficiently. And that's the purpose of this symposium that we've arranged for this day.
As a Wits Business School, what's some of the work that you've been doing in ensuring that you bring in some of the alternative that perhaps those who are in power can explore?
Well, Wits Business School has got a Center for Energy Leadership, which is called African Energy Leadership Center. Has been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of research, thinking of innovative solutions of what do we need to do, where to find gas and how to bring it, the logistics and supply chain, engaging with all the players, including particularly the industrial gas users, engaging with all the key stakeholders. And that's the reason why we've now come to this position to say, come on, guys, let's stop bickering around this matter. We just need to solve it once and for all.
Convening this important symposium, did you get a sense that there was the movement was a bit slow in addressing this particular issue?
Yeah, it's been low because we knew about this problem many years ago, but somehow there's been a kind of hope that things will turn around. But no, things are not turning around as quickly as we are now almost hitting in a year or two this crisis. And that's why there's a sense of urgency. That's conferences to highlight the sense of urgency to all the stakeholders, to government, to private sector, to make sure that we come up with all the solutions, regulatory solutions, fiscal solutions, financial solutions, infrastructure that needs to be developed, and if there's reserves that we know, urgency in making sure that we get these reserves out of the ground and making sure that they're out there to serve our communities and create jobs, and particularly the manufacturing sector.
So obviously there will be short-term measures and long-term measures, given the agency of this particular issue that we face.
Well, short-term measures, we have to import. We have to import quickly. So the infrastructure to import is very important, to make sure we import either from Matola, from Mozambique, from Richards Bay, from Durban, import. That's a short-term to medium term solutions. The longer term is that we've got a lot of gas in Africa. We've got gas in Mozambique, massive amount of gas in Mozambique, natural gas, particularly on the northern side of Mozambique. We've got gas in Namibia. We've got gas on the Orange Basin. Here in southern Africa, we have to get that gas out of the ground, ASP.
So who have you invited today?
We've invited the Minister of Energy and Electricity. We've invited the key departmental officials that are developing the master plans from the government side. We've invited Sasol, who is a major supplier of gas in this country. We've invited Transnet, who actually provide the logistical transportation of gas through the pipelines. We've invited Eskom, who needs to come in and look at gas to power as an alternative to make sure we do not have, we've got other alternatives of generating electricity. We've invited the users of gas, the major industrial companies, the manufacturers that are here. We've invited Sanedi, we've invited NESA, the regulatory framework, we've invited the banks to say how do we finance this thing. We've invited even just basically members of the communities in these areas where we'll be operating these gas pipelines.
And of course now it's winter is around us, and a lot of households, they use natural gas. Thank you very much. That's the head of Wits Business School, Maurice Khadebe, on that important symposium on natural gas. So we'll be bringing you much more throughout the day until afternoon, of course, with a lot of guests and speakers here at the Wits Business School. With that, is back to you in studio.
Thanks so much, Tsepo Mungwai.